You know, when our mothers told us to stay away from that one friend, they always had a very good reason for it. Our story takes place many years ago in a village, back when tradition was still held above everything else. There was a girl named Mary. Mary was a very beautiful, hardworking, and respectful girl. She was the pride of her mother. Other parents used Mary as an example to their children. She was the most perfect child any mother could ask for. This made other children in the village hate her. Nobody ever wanted to be her friend. She always went to the stream alone. Whenever she tried to play with her mates, they would look at her with hateful eyes and laugh at her. This went on for some time. Then one day, Amoka said hello to her. From that simple hello, they became best of friends. Mary always told her mother about Amoka, but her mom didn't like her at all. She would always warn her about Amoka. She would say, "I have a bad feeling about this girl. Please stay away from her." But Mary never listened. Days grew into months, and months into years. Soon, Mary had grown into a beautiful young lady. No man or woman passed her without turning to look at her twice. And by then, Amoka's friends had also become Mary's friends. Then one night, the sound of the gong echoed through the village. The prince was to choose a wife, and all maidens were required to participate in a dance competition. Mary practiced endlessly for days, while her mates gossiped all day. On the day of the dance, Mary had already finished preparing. She wore her best wrapper and adorned herself with her finest beads. But just as she was about to step out, her mother called her back. She told Mary that she was off to the neighboring village to see her friend, and that Mary should not leave the house until the meat she was cooking became very soft. Mary wasn't happy, but she had no choice but to obey her mother. She stayed back and kept checking the pot, but the meat never got soft. After some time, Amoka and her friends came and told her to follow them to the dance. But Mary refused, explaining the instruction her mother had given her. They refused to leave without her. Instead, they waited with her. They waited and waited for hours, but the meat still didn't get soft. Finally, Amoka opened the pot to get a clearer view, and it turned out that it wasn't meat at all. It was a stone shaped like meat. Mary was confused. Why would her mother trick her? But before she could ask any questions, Amoka had already dragged her away. They started heading toward the dance ground. On their way, they reached a very lonely road. Amoka picked up a big piece of wood and hit Mary on the head. Then her friends removed Mary's beads and her wrapper, leaving her body naked in the middle of the road. Mary was dead. Her spirit looked down at her body and cried. She tried to enter her body countless times, but to no avail. She cried and cried. Then, an old woman carrying firewood on her head was passing through the road. The woman stopped and looked at Mary's spirit. A child who listens to peers and refuses to listen to their mother will fall flat on the ground, the woman said. Despite being a spirit, Mary greeted her and offered to help her bring down the firewood. The woman bent down, scooped sand from the ground, and poured it on Mary's body while murmuring incantations. Mary sneezed immediately. Her spirit had returned to her body. The woman then adorned her with beautiful beads and the most stunning wrapper she had ever seen. And just like that, the woman disappeared. Back at the dance competition, it was Amoka's turn to dance. But as soon as the music started, Mary walked into the dance ground and began to dance. She was smiling and looked incredibly beautiful. No one had ever seen such beauty before. She was glowing. She twisted her waist in a way no one had ever done. She was no longer dancing like a human. She was dancing like a spirit. After she finished dancing, she vanished. And right there on the spot, Amoka collapsed and died. No one knows exactly what happened to Mary. Some say they still see a figure that looks like her at night. dancing around the village. While others say they can still hear the gentle giggles of our waist beats every night.